Welcome back to Next Gen Auto Hub. In 1972, Honda introduced a car that would change not just the company's future but also redefine what small cars could be, the Honda Civic First Generation SB1. Arriving at a time when fuel efficiency, practicality, and affordability were becoming global priorities, the Civic wasn't just a new model, it was Honda's statement of innovation and independence. Built on the company's motorcycle engineering philosophy of lightweight design and efficient performance, the Civic marked Honda's transformation into a global automotive powerhouse. The first-generation Civic, produced from 1972 to 1979, was born out of necessity. Following the modest success of the N-Series and Z-Series K cars, Honda realized it needed a true global vehicle, one that could compete with European small cars like the Volkswagen Beetle and the Fiat 127 while appealing to the growing American market. The result was a compact, front-wheel drive hatchback that combined simplicity, innovation, and charm in one package. Visually, the 1972 Civic was unpretentious but cleverly styled. The design was clean and functional, with a short hood, tall greenhouse, and compact overhangs that maximized space efficiency. Its large windows offered excellent visibility, while the upright stance gave it a friendly, accessible look. At less than 3.6 meters long, it was smaller than most sedans of its time, yet its proportions made it feel airy and welcoming. The Civic was initially offered as a two-door fastback sedan before expanding to three-door and five-door hatchback versions, giving buyers a range of practical configurations. Underneath its modest appearance was a marvel of clever engineering. The Civic was powered by Honda's 1.169-liter four-cylinder engine, part of the groundbreaking EA series, which featured the company's innovative CVCC, compound vortex-controlled combustion, technology. This system allowed the Civic to meet strict emissions regulations without needing a catalytic converter, a revolutionary feat in the early 1970s. Producing around 50 to 55 horsepower, the engine was mated to a 4-speed manual transmission, with later models offering a 5-speed or 2-speed automatic. Lightweight construction, weighing around 680 kilograms, meant that even with modest power, the Civic felt lively and responsive. The CVCC engine became the Civic's defining feature, earning Honda global praise for its ingenuity. It enabled the car to pass U.S. emissions standards under the Clean Air Act of 1970, something even major American manufacturers struggled to achieve at the time. This technical triumph not only boosted sales but also established Honda's reputation as an engineering innovator. The Civic wasn't just efficient, it was responsible, arriving just as the 1973 oil crisis made fuel economy a top consumer concern. Inside, the Civic offered practicality far beyond its size. The dashboard was simple and driver-focused, with large gauges and intuitive controls. Despite being compact, the car provided generous headroom and legroom thanks to its tall cabin design. Foldable rear seats increased cargo flexibility, and thoughtful touches like easy-to-clean vinyl surfaces and wide-opening doors made it perfect for city life. Honda's obsession with ergonomics meant that every control fell naturally to hand, setting a new benchmark for small car usability. Driving the first-generation Civic was an experience that instantly won people over. Its front-wheel drive layout provided excellent traction and nimble handling, especially in wet conditions, while the independent front suspension and semi-independent rear setup offered a comfortable, composed ride. The steering was light yet precise, and combined with its small turning radius, it made city driving effortless. On open roads, the Civic's stability and fuel economy, often exceeding 35 miles per gallon, impressed even skeptical drivers accustomed to larger cars. The Civic's success was global and immediate. In Japan, it became a top seller, admired for its efficiency and quality. In Europe, it was seen as a smart, stylish import that matched the practicality of local compacts while offering Honda's reliability. And in the United States, it became a symbol of smart living, a small, efficient car that thrived during an era of fuel rationing and rising gas prices. By 1974, Honda had established a firm foothold in the American market, and the Civic was its hero product. Over the course of its life, the first-generation Civic underwent several updates, including improvements in interior quality, emissions control, and even the addition of sportier trims. The Civic RS, introduced in Japan, gave enthusiasts a taste of performance, featuring distinctive styling and tuned suspension. It hinted at the dynamic spirit that would later define Honda's Type R models decades later. By the time production ended in 1979, the first generation Civic had sold over 2 million units worldwide. It had proven that a small car could be more than just economical, it could be reliable, enjoyable, and forward-thinking. The Civic's blend of efficiency, practicality, and innovation set the stage for one of the longest and most successful automotive lineages in history. Ultimately, the 1972 Honda Civic SB1 was more than a car, it was a revolution on wheels. Thanks for watching Next Gen Auto Hub, and as always, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep driving toward the future.